Hi, it's Matt at PanicExitPro.com. Today we're going to talk about door closers. We want to address this topic because you might have noticed there's a lot of door closers on a website. They all look pretty much the same on the surface. First, a door closer is the device that you put on your door or on your door frame, and it keeps your door in a closed position. There's a couple of features that you can have it do as far as the action of when it is opening and closing. However, the main purpose of this is to have your door shut at all times. A lot of times you'll see this on fire doors and also on front doors of businesses like restaurants and things of that nature. One main thing you're going to see and how our site is split up is by class or size of the door closer. You'll notice it says size 2 or class 2, size 3, class 3. What this refers to is the closing force. And the closing force has to do with how large and how heavy of a door you can use. So when you're deciding first, you need to know how big your door is and how heavy your door is, and then you pick your class size dependent on that. And the closing force, you can see on our website the grid of what size doors work with what closing force. Now that you've picked your door closer by class size, there might be some features that you want for your particular installation. One that's very popular is back check. Let's say you have a door that has the ability to swing a full 180 degrees, but it might hit into a planter, things like that, because you have decorations outside your door. So the door is swinging out open, and there's nothing physical you can put in the way to stop it, and you don't want it to hit something after it gets past 90 degrees. Door closers that have back check prevent the door from going any further than what you set it to. This usually starts at 70 degrees and can go up to usually 120 degrees. This is great for many situations besides the planter. Let's say your door goes outside of your building. You don't want the door to get ripped out of the person's hand by the wind and slam it against the side of the door, possibly causing damage or injury. Back check will make it so if the door gets pushed by the wind, it'll stop. Another feature that's extremely popular is delayed action. Delayed action delays the closing action of the door. So when you push your door open, it'll stay in the open position for a short period of time depending on how much you turn the Allen key in the setting in the door closer. This is a hydraulic action. It changes the size of the hole, allowing the hydraulic fluid to re-enter the area to shut the door. That's how it determines how long to keep it open for. This is great for places like nursing homes and schools where you don't want the door to close immediately because somebody needs to get through that may not be able to get through as quickly as you'd like them to. Another two features that people look for are closing speed and latching speed. These are somewhat self-explanatory. Closing speed is the speed it will go in while it is closing. Latching speed is that final 10% or so when it is almost closed and it slows down and gives a nice gentle stop in the end so it doesn't slam. Another feature of some of the door closers is an adjustable size or class to the door closer. In the beginning you might have remembered that I mentioned the size or class of a door closer dictates how much force will be exerted on the door. This allows you to know what size and weight door you can utilize the door closer on. Some, like the 9024, have an adjustable class. You can do 2, 3, or class 4 with this door closer. What this allows you to do is use a uniform door closer in your installation and also take advantage of PanicExitPro.com's 20% bulk discount by using one door closer for an entire installation in the office. Now that you know how to pick the correct door closer for your door, let's get a little bit into how they mount. Door closers can be mounted so the closer itself is on the frame and the bar is below it on the door, or you can put the door closer on the door and the bar on the frame. This all has to do with how much clearance you have above the door frame. A third mounting style, not everyone uses this because it's mostly for looks and cuts down on the strength of the door closer, is the parallel arm mounting. This bracket would fit on the underside of your door frame. This would attach to this bracket, and in the closed position you wouldn't have that telltale elbow sticking out. It would actually be parallel to the door, hence the name parallel mounting. The door closer goes on the door, and when it opens up it then pulls back closed to the parallel position. We have two devices that are commonly used with door closers, one of which is a hold open bar. The hold open bar replaces the standard bar that you use with your door closer. When you push the door open, it'll click into place. And then you push on it a little bit further when you want the door to close. This will release it from its ball bearing and allow the door to close. A second device is an electromagnet emergency door release. What this is used for is when the door is open, a magnet is holding that door open. When you press this button, it breaks the magnetic force and allows the door closer to close the door. This device is extremely popular for doors that you want to close during a fire or an emergency. You can hook this up to an alarm system, so the alarm system will do the same thing as pressing this button. It'll release it, the door closer will take the door closed and secure the area that you want to secure in an emergency.